sort of evens out, doesn't it? Because lifespan for women is longer than men, so.
Oh, that's true. That's
Usually,
true.
yes.
So we're like equal in terms of how much life left.
You know what? You know what occurred
On
to
the
me the other
curve.
day, which is really shitty. I realized that I have been basing my lifespans off of all of the amazing women in my family, not the men. So
Oh no.
I'm probably not gonna make it very long. Y'all.
No, you're gonna.
All of the women were like, in their hundreds, and my grandma
Wow.
is 85 and thriving, and
Yeah.
and my grandpa was 82, but he was a lifelong smoker.
Oh, you're golden.
But then
my other
grandpa got Parkinson's and went at like 75, and my dad went at 63.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Still a smoker until 82?
Yeah.
When did they stop smoking? There had to have been a point where they didn't?
Didn't?
All the way to the end?
And made it
All
to
the way to
82?
the end. Yep.
You're gonna be great.
You're
You're
gonna
gonna
be
live
great.
to a million.
You know what you should do is take up smoking.
Take off his
I should-
smoking. Oh no.
Yes. I would love
Yeah.
to endanger my livelihood like that, but since we only have God knows how long left on this planet, maybe I should.
But take
Oh
up
my
vaping.
God.
Vaping's safer for your throat.
Safer through your throat, but not your lungs.
Nah, but who needs those? You breathe from your diaphragm, stupid.
Wait, speaking of vaping, I feel like I've seen you vaping around here, David.
Not a vape, yo. It's a pipe.
Oh, okay, it's weed. Good.
It's
Okay.
weed.
That's
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
That's
Get
a
it.
good light up
It is.
lighter sound.
It is. This is
Let's get a clean take.
yeah, this is a lighter.
And this is me. I was gonna say, this is me inhaling that sweet hashish.
Sheesh is a good word for you, Carol.
Sheesh. Sheesh. I
I
can't
don't know
do
where
it.
that came from. But
I wish I had Carol.
I met the hashish of Israel once.
He was a lovely fellow.
We stooped.
The word stoop is perfect as well. We stoop.
It's got all the good. It's got all the good sounds for humor. Stooped. Stooped. Yeah.
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 Those are good sounds.
It's only missing an M, which I think is one of the best sounds for comedy.
Well, there you go. We stooped.
It really worked.
It did. Golly, I miss you all.
Miss
Oh,
yous too.
I miss you too.
You're the best. You always make me feel better.
It's good times.
It's good times, great oldies. And on that note, welcome to Omni Bilateral Panic, everybody. The show by Bicons for Bicons. Bye, as it were. You could say that we're in sync.
Oh.
Oh my god! Did you write
Oh my
that?
god.
Just
Did
now.
you write? Oh my gosh!
Old noodle head
That's
Justin
good.
Timberlake.
Noodle head. I've had all my podcasting energy saved up.
Oh, that was like that just came out of you. Like the muse moved within you.
She did. Calliope's right here.
Justin Timberlake.
The muse,
The ramen
muse of old
noodles.
Noodlehead, the muse of old ramen noodlehead Justin Timberlake moved within you.
Mhm.
Get that soup base in.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I made ramen for Pam tonight.
Did you?
Yeah, I made a noodle bowl.
How do you all? Because I know we all must have had our fair share of ramen in college.
And
How
New
did
York.
you? And in New York, of course. That was all I ate
course.
the first year I lived in New York. How'd you spice up your cup of ramen noodles?
What a wonderful question.
What a good question. You guys want to go first? I could tell you what I did tonight.
What a good question, and everybody.
And then we
shuts
just
up.
shut up.
What
a
good
great question.
And that's been Omni Bilateral. Thank you, everybody. See you all
I'll
next
tell you what
time.
I did tonight. And I've been getting a little bit fun with sauces because I decided like a soup, because what usually happens is like Pam is still at work and I'm like shoving food in her hands being like, please eat something for God's sake. For Christ's sake.
For Christ's sake. Pamela.
So I was like,
he would want you to eat.
So I was like, I can't make a soup with like a broth base because who knows, like, you know, Dad could go mama, and we have to go see what he needs. And it could get cold and nobody wants a cold soup. So I was like, let's just do like a saucy noodle dish with like all the things on top. So I grated carrots. Those were our fresh veg.
Nice.
I chopped up some spring onions.
Mm-hmm.
I steamed and then sauteed some bok choy.
Oh shit!
Some garlic and some soy sauce, and the sauce was very good. It was like chili powder because I didn't have any like proper like Korean. All my proper Korean pepper is at my house in Brooklyn. I didn't bring it. I should have brought it. But
carry bag.
Just regular old pepper and some chili powder and some garlic and some oil and some peanut butter and soy sauce was the sauce.
I love it.
And then noodles, of course, just a $3 for $1 pack. And then I did a soft boiled egg that I did in the soy sauce. So like soft boiled, like soy eggs. Did those earlier in the day so they'd be nice and soy saucy. And we did not have any sesame seeds, but I normally would do that, but we didn't have any. So that's Pam's fault. And
damn it,
carrots,
Pam.
Spring onions, bok choy, soft boiled eggs, and chicken. Some chicken. We had some grilled chicken strips. I just chopped right up in there.
That sounds
That sounds great.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to do. Always like to have the things on top. What do you do to spice up your ramens?
In New York, it was usually the addition of 1, maybe 2 vegetables if we could afford it. So like spring onions and maybe carrots.
If you made it to Trader Joe's that week.
But like there was a point there where I was trying to spice up everything because we were in New York and I was so desperate to be a part of the food scene, but couldn't afford to. And so I would spice up everything that we made at home, including box of mac and cheese. And there was at one point where my wife turned to me and was like, could just once make the Kraft mac and cheese just like it says on the box. Just once.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm so sorry.
Forgive
me for being a foodie.
Yeah, I can only apologize.
And cooking all of the food in this apartment. God damn it. No,
you were literally the chef. And she questioned you?
No. Top chef? Did you have a kitchen fight?
No, she's also an amazing cook. I just usually have a little bit more time than she does. Go figure.
Of course.
Go figure.
How is your beautiful?
Because she's busy. Yeah.
She's very busy. She's currently at a community meeting at Sweeler's, actually, Tessa.
Wait, I was there.
Yeah, you were. It's a quote unquote world famous steakhouse that really leaves a lot to be desired, but it's an experience.
Yeah, it was. It sure was.
The steak was good. Everything else was
absolutely
not great, but you hear that?
I highly recommend it. If you're in Casper, I recommend you go there.
Oh no, it's in Hudson.
Oops, I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
I couldn't keep track of all the towns we traveled to because we traveled to so many.
I was gonna say, how would you do that? How did you spice up yours, David? Your ramen. I'm really curious.
I can't do pork, chashu pork, the like rolled. I want to try and do that one day, but I have yet to try it. I do a pork adobo. So you get like pork belly fried up. There's a really easy adobo like spiced mix. So I do that. And then it's usually just a matter of like I'll have like extra like chicken broth or something like that. So instead of just regular water. You use the chicken broth.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I also recommend this for mac and cheese, as weird as it's going to sound, but teriyaki sauce like does wonders for pretty much anything you want to put
Teriyaki
it on.
sauce.
I can see it.
You're
Yeah,
wild.
not
You're
a lot.
wild.
Don't put a lot for the mac and cheese, but like just a little as the cheese is like being mixed in.
What?
Does wonders.
You are blowing minds and stealing hearts.
I'm gonna
Doing
try it.
both.
I'm gonna try it.
Please do. I think
Well,
it's well worth it.
I would actually love continuing on the food train because we are all foodies. I would love to hear toot tooting our own horn a little bit, but I would love to hear the favorite thing that you've ever made and the most creative thing that you've ever made, if you can remember. Because like one of my favorite things to do, and it sounds like an awful game, but I really love it, is, oh crap, we are completely out of food. What can I make that's delicious out of these ingredients? Basically, it's our own little version of Chopped, but
Yeah.
Your time starts now.
yep. Make it work.
Oh, that's so
I like
tricky.
that.
Favorite thing. Let me get in. Can I open my Pinterest as
Of course you
While
can.
we're thinking of it.
That's
While we're
not
thinking
a
of it,
cheat.
isn't it wild that the host of Chopped is
One of the
an
original
old
Queer Eyes?
Fab Five?
Yes,
Yeah, isn't
I
that
love
weird?
that.
Oh my
No, I mean,
gosh, that's so funny to think about.
That was why I started watching Chopped, was because I was a big fan of Ted. I thought he did really interesting things on the original Queer Eye. I liked them all.
I like them all. I think the only questionable one that I was like, Ted, come on now, was when he asked the guy to shuck his own oysters. I was like,
yeah.
I don't think that's gonna.
That seems like a dangerous.
That's a lot. That's a lot to go
That's a lot
from.
of sharp.
Yeah, that's a lot to go from somebody who's literally never even seen seafood. Get him to give him a shucking blade.
I wonder how many
open his own oysters.
I wonder how many outtakes there were of fuck, and then
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, but I bet there was. I mean, at least one is in the show. He cuts himself open. Like, it's come on. Because of course you're inevitably going to do that.
Yeah, I've never shucked an oyster. I can't be fucking bothered for that.
Only time I've cut myself in the kitchen is cutting avocados. I get too ambitious. I'm like, I think I can. Yeah, I think I can do this. I use avocados all the time, so it's like,
yeah,
I'll do it kind of fast, and then usually just quick slice on my thumb.
Oh,
Yeah.
Pam's coming. Hi, Mom. I've totally
hide. Quick hide.
For the podcast Omni Bilateral Panic, and here are the gents. Now you can see them.
Sorry, I didn't wake Hi, Pam.
No, it's okay, Pam.
When I fall asleep, everyone falls asleep in this house. It's the Sleeping Beauty house. Did you like that ramen I made for you? We're just talking about it.
It was delicious.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you, Mom. I'll make sure that we get you a fee for your guest appearance. Oh, she's going to be coming in all the time now.
Oh,
I would love that, actually. We should have a mom episode.
Oh my
Pam
gosh,
walking
we
in.
should do an all of our moms episode.
Who's Oliver Moms?
All of our moms. You rascal. What's your favorite thing you've made, people? I need to know.
I think it's what I usually will make as my comfort food, which is just we call it kitchen sink fried rice. So it's whatever leftover rice, and throw it all together with whatever. Kind of the same thing, Cameron. It's like whatever we can find in the fridge, pretty much will work. Yeah, you just have to fry it all together in a huge wok or a large frying pan if you don't have a wok.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'll
I'll do it. I got a big
do
fire
it.
here. We don't have a wok here, which is sad.
Do it. Then you just need oyster sauce, which I always recommend.
Oh,
Get
we
oyster
have
sauce.
that.
Hell yeah! Then get that. Get soy sauce.
We don't have sesame seeds, but we have oyster sauce.
Get yourself sesame seeds because sesame seeds
I
are.
know. I love them.
Yeah.
They're the best.
If you have white and dark sesame
We
seeds,
have white
also great.
and dark sesame
yeah.
seeds at my house in Brooklyn.
Oh, so far away.
It's pretty far. Cameron, what's your favorite thing?
Well, I have two favorite things that I've ever made. One is ropa vieja, which I'm incredibly proud that I make because
Oh my gosh.
whenever I'm feeling homesick for New York, I make it.
Yeah.
It's actually become my
Lovely.
mother's go-to birthday dinner because she loves it so much. But
Hell yeah.
it is not. I mean, and I wish I had an abuela to teach me how to make it, but I do not. So
Yeah.
I had to figure it out on my own. But yeah, I make ropa vieja and tostones, and it's
Oh wow.
pretty good. It turns out pretty well, and I'm just very proud because it's not a quick process, and it's
Right.
not an easy process, but I love it so much.
It takes time.
It does. I'm also really proud of my French toast, which is the food that I've been making the longest. So
You made French toast for me.
I did. It's pretty good.
I'm pretty special.
It's not too shabby. And
Not
then
two shabs.
I created a soup, and I have never named it, but it has the most random. It ends up being like a really smooth, almost. See, here's that stupid depression brain kicking in again. smooth soup.
Creamy?
Creamy.
No, like the actual. Oh fuck.
Oh,
fuck.
bisque.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
Fuck me in the face hole, bisque.
No,
That's what it's going to be called from now
don't
on.
call it that.
But anyway, it was made with a bunch of canned things and a bunch of random fresh things. And then what was weird about it is it had a single potato because that's all we had. And for some reason I peeled it, but I left it whole. And then like as it cooked, it became too soft to slice. And so I, stick blended it.
Yeah.
And it developed the most amazing consistency. And I have been recreating it ever since.
That sounds so good.
I vote for it to be called smooth soup.
Done.
That's
All
my
right.
vote also.
Smooth soup is on the menu this
And
evening.
please blog it. And please let the first 4 paragraphs of the blog be like, last time I was in Tuscany.
Oh
with
no.
my sister.
No. The
The
first
thing about clouds.
the first 4 pages of the blog will literally be a transcript of this conversation.
Yeah.
So,
Fuck me in the face.
what do
hole,
you like
bisque.
to make, Cameron?
Yeah. When my friends and I get together and talk about food.
We make food.
Incredible.
Well, so I think I know what mine is now too.
Love that journey for you.
Which I haven't made recently, but I do really love, and I'll like make it to like cook for my friends. Breakfasts are always my most favorite thing to make and eat. But I'll do plantains, like sweet plantains fried, and I'll top it with like a very an over easy egg, and I'll also do like an avocado crema, but like not a but like a non-dairy. Like I won't use like sour cream or anything. I'll use like a little bit of mayo and a little bit of like sriracha mixed with the avocado.
Ooh, nice.
And it's very tasty. And that just doesn't sound like any cooking actually, but
No, that sounds
That's
great.
cute.
Though.
it's very
Cooking.
tasty though.
Have
and
you
I
ever
did-
had
Yeah.
Japanese sriracha mayo?
Oh, and I
Have you ever
totally
had-
forgot that I put
Sesame seeds.
what's my brain doing? Queso fresco on there.
Ooh.
Oh,
The fresh
Amen.
salty cheese.
there it is.
That's what it was.
I like that. That
Sorry,
sounds great.
you were saying, have you ever had?
No,
Fresh
have you
salty
ever? I was
cheese
just
sounds
gonna
like a punk
because you.
band.
I like it. I was saying because you said it's sriracha and mayo, and I actually found a Japanese sriracha mayo, so it's already combined.
Already
And it's great.
combined? That
Yeah.
would save me a lot of time because most of the things I make are sriracha mayo. What is it called?
It's just called sriracha mayo. I think it's actually. I'll have to look, but I
Is
think
it
it's
by,
actually.
like the brand?
I think it's Kikkoman. I think it's the soy
Oh.
sauce. I think.
Whoa.
I'm like 75% confident on
I'm
that.
gonna believe you.
Those are good odds.
All right.
I'm gonna believe you 100%.
Oh, okay. Well, if you take 100% of 75%, I think that's still all of it. I think I know how math works. I know how stats work.
I am looking forward. So I've been doing that little maybe I shouldn't even mention the name since they're not sponsoring us yet, but I've been doing a Misfits Market box. Which is like ugly vegetables.
Yeah.
Things. One time I got a beet the size of my head. Like, I'm not even kidding. They were like,
Ooh.
one beet, $1.99. I was like, sure, I'll buy a $1.99 beet. Maybe it was 2 beets for $1.99 because it seems like not a good deal to buy 1 beet for $2. But anyway.
But it was big.
It was as big as my head. It was
Did you
wild.
make a did you detour from cooking it and make a jack-o'-lantern first?
We did so many things with that beet. I think it was in soup. I think we put it on pizza. I think we made some muffins from it. There was so much
Pizza
beet. But
what is in a muffin? What is that? What? Oh, in a muffin.
I grate carrots and beets and put them into muffins so that
is it like sweet dirt?
That's what most people have described it as.
Oh, I mean, I
enjoy it.
I love the flavor of beets, but I just imagined it has that nice earthy,
It is. It's earthy, but carrots and beets are so sweet, like it's a sweet muffin without any.
When you say sliced, it's like in the muffin mix. It's like
I
integrated
grate it into
or it's
the
on
muffin
top.
mix, and the mix is beautiful because it's like you got little bits of orange carrot, and the beet just turns everything purple. But then it bakes, and it never stays that color, unfortunately.
Right.
So it comes out brown, basically, just brown.
I actually have wanted to try and natural dye some things, and beet was one of the first things I wanted to try.
Oh, you should. I mean, it gets all over you, so yeah, you should definitely do it.
I mean, I look terrible in purple.
Oh, I don't think that's the case.
I look amazing in purple.
Come on.
Come on now.
You can't trick us. What are you trying to be humble? Get out of here.
Why start now?
Oh man.
David, what about you?
Yeah, David.
What about me? I haven't made anything. I don't think I've created
You just gave
anything.
us the teriyaki.
You don't have to create it.
Mine was a copycat from a restaurant.
Oh,
I love copycat recipes.
I just did that then because I told this story on Instagram, but we had Harlem Public at our last game, and I love
them.
Yeah, they're great. But I didn't know that they did a poutine with tater tots instead of French fries.
So smart. That is so smart.
And I was like, oh my god, that makes much more sense. It's a much better vessel for the gravy.
Yes, it can get in the nooks and crannies.
It gets in the nooks and crannies. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. So I went and bought. I didn't make the tots myself, but I just bought the.
Who makes their own tots?
Sometimes I make my own tots. But I didn't have enough oil. So I had enough oil to do fried onions. So I fried the onions in flour and did that.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't find cheese curds at the grocery store. Those are kind of hard to find anyway.
They are. Why?
I don't know. So I got mozzarella.
Okay, yeah. Mozzarella. Perfect.
Mozzarella, good sub. And put it on the tots. Made the gravy out of a beef stock and a chicken stock. Added maple syrup. So I have this bottle of maple syrup at home now, so I'm adding it to whatever I feel like.
That sounds incredible.
It's in his hot cocoa right now.
Yeah, I was just telling Cameron I have it in my hot chocolate. I used to do that when I was a kid, but
I love that.
Anyway, so I did that. It was great.
That sounds so good.
Thank you. I am very smart. Thank you.
Are.
Yeah, you are.
That was never contested. I don't associate with idiots.
Fighting you on that.
We should have a contest though. I should be in a smart contest.
Yeah, what kind of smart contest can we send you on? Like,
and then
Jeopardy?
I can win. Is there something I can win?
Jeopardy.
Anybody watch?
We can
watch. What's her face? I don't know her name offhand. From Jeopardy, she
lost.
Came off of her huge winning streak.
Oh no, I haven't watched Jeopardy since I haven't had cable.
She won 40 games 40 weeks in a row.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's remarkable.
I'm so glad that a woman finally did that. 40 games in a row. Oh my god.
I think that means
does she have the record?
She's still behind Ken Jennings.
Okay. Well, Ken
overall. Yeah. But
Ken,
Can.
yeah, Ken is ridiculous.
a king.
I actually,
We stand a short king. We love that guy. We love that guy.
I do love Ken.
I think he was hosting when
When this
some of
lady
her
was-
games. Yeah, I think
I
so.
bet.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
incredible.
At least
That
some
is
of the
lovely.
games.
I
That is
actually, and this may be a controversial take, but I always preferred the
Oh.
show Win Ben Stein's Money over
Oh,
Jeopardy.
I loved Win Ben Stein's Money.
It was
Oh
so
my
good.
god, that's right.
And the questions were so hard, like
I
genuinely
forgot.
difficult,
think-
but like in a different way than Jeopardy. Jeopardy is
I-
very niche sometimes.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
Ben
Jeopardy is
Stein's Money
always the thing about Jeopardy is that it's usually the most obvious thing.
Yeah.
So, Win Ben
Mm.
Stein's Money was clever, like kind of a little bit more obscure knowledge.
Tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's was that before the Man Show? Was that
Yes.
Kimmel's start?
Yes, that was Kimmel's start.
Wow.
Oh
Jimmy
my
Kimmel was the
God.
host. Yeah.
He was.
What a
Oh
time.
my god.
I know, right?
I'm
I was
sorry.
in
I'm
middle
having
school.
a stroke. This
Call
is
Pam.
crazy.
Call Pam. Quick,
I
get her
can't
back
even-
in
I-
here.
It's like a whole. I used to watch both of those all the time. Not the Man Show, but
No, not the
I was
Man.
about to say.
When Ben Stein's Money. Yeah, I definitely watch it all the time. Dang.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah,
I-
When Ben Stein's Money was great.
I love the question. I actually have been watching a lot of Password recently too, the old episodes, just
Mhm.
because.
What's that?
Oh, you don't know what Password is?
I don't know what password is.
There's actually an entire compilation of Betty White kicking ass because she was amazing at it. But like, it's where you have to get a stranger across the table to guess a word, but you can't say what the word is.
Oh,
and
I
then
bet Betty White
At
was
the end
pretty
of a
fun.
round, there
Yeah.
are you guess the 5 things, and then those 5 things are a hint to the password.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah.
fun.
Oh yeah,
They
it's
play a
so good.
version of it now on Fallon's show.
yes.
Oh,
But yeah, the old version was it was usually 2 celebrities that they would try and get like,
Or sometimes a celebrity and a Luddite.
and then it would be like, and then all 4 were celebrities.
whoa.
and then
just
sometimes
saw-
they
I
would have a
just-
panel.
Yeah, I just saw the clip with Lucille Ball and Betty White.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, those 2 broads.
Yeah,
I want to watch that.
and Carol Channing.
Yep.
Stop it.
Yep.
And Dick
100%.
Martin. So it's like it's an all-star like great clip. It's a great clip.
That is so cool.
Would
Dang.
highly recommend.
Also, you know what I didn't realize until I was changing the channel for my dad today? Betty White is in Lake Placid.
Yes,
I didn't know
she's the
anything
best
about that.
part of Lake Placid.
Yes.
All I saw was the
100%.
end, the very end, where she was like throwing bread into the lake. I hope that's not a spoiler. But
Small
Major
spoiler.
spoiler.
Small spoiler.
Major spoiler. Nobody. They had run out of bread at the beginning of the movie, so now that you've told everybody that she's throwing bread at the end of the movie, they know that they get bread back.
Small spoiler.
God damn it! God damn it, Tessa.
sorry, I'm always spoiling. Living that spoiler
Tessa
life.
always be
Living that
spoiling
spoiler life.
Flannery.
I just was like, oh my gosh, Betty White's in this movie. But anyway,
Tessa
it was
drives
changing
a
to
huge
something
hot rod that's only made of spoilers.
else. You leave
Ah,
Spoiler
ah.
Zine out of this. I don't know. My car's name is Spoiler Zine.
I wasn't ready.
Spoilers.
Wasn't ready.
Oh, fantastic. I love Lake Placid. I think it's a terrible movie. I unabashedly love that movie though.
Okay, this is what I had heard that it's terrible. Is there
Yeah.
something in the water?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I
Yeah,
thought.
it's bread, Tessa.
Yeah. It's mutant bread. It's like when people, you know that old urban legend about when people flush bread down the toilet and
Yeah.
when it ends up in the sewers, it becomes mutated bread.
And it becomes cannibalistic bread.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh-huh.
But
yeah.
for some
All of
reason,
the-
Betty White
all of
could
those
communicate
sewer-
with it.
all of those toilet pipes lead to Lake Placid, and in the middle of Lake
Okay.
Placid is a bread monster.
bread is just a monster.
That likes to
Bread
eat
monster.
itself.
Yeah, and Betty White is friends with the bread monster.
Yes.
So
Her
she's
name is-
feeding it
her
more
name is-
bread.
Her name is Bready White.
Bread. No.
Her character's
White
name.
White Bready White.
White bread. You're gonna be. You're done. You're cut off.
I'm done. I'm gonna sit back the rest of this episode. I hit my quota.
You did.
Bready White.
White, Betty White. We need to write this movie.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that post about Betty White? It was from a while back too. It wasn't. It just came back because of recent events. But she, her birth date predates the invention
Sliced
of
bread.
sliced bread.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So sliced bread is the coolest thing since Betty White's.
Yeah. 100%.
Man, can you imagine? What are people going to say about us? Like, they were born before the internet, I guess.
People are already saying
that's
that. They're
one of
like,
the things.
people are saying, listen, if you were born in the 20th century,
Oh shit.
yeah, we're already there.
I don't like that. That makes it sound like very ancient history.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know what I
20th
mean?
century, yeah. Makes it sound like 1910.
At the end of the 20th century? No.
When I was approximately
1990s.
10 years old, I had the realization that like I would be in the same position as all of the people who were born in 1886. As far as being the same amount of time before the turn of the century. And I was like, what a weird thing, because I will be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet if you read journals from the time, they don't sound too different from us millennials.
No,
like
they don't.
probably don't.
waxing
They're probably
philosophical about our despair.
It was very Victorian, but yes.
Yeah.
And then very Edwardian, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were probably like, we're getting blamed for everything.
Right. Yeah. Tis
And
the
then-
turn of the century. I did nothing.
Well, no, I mean it was the Gilded Age, so there was a lot of the exact same thoughts happening.
Oh, but speaking of which, Gilded Age, are we watching the show?
I
Are we
haven't
watching
seen
all
it
of our
yet,
theater
but I'm
friends?
excited. But
I
I'm
haven't
so
watched it
excited.
yet either, but I'll be excited when I
And
get
Jesus Christ, Tony. Audra McDonald, 6 more Tonys. You know, it's just like the cast is remarkable.
It's a lot of Tony awards.
Remarkable. And
What is
Claiborne's
this
in it.
show?
It's on
What
HBO
is this
Plus.
show? You
What-
not been
yeah,
getting the
what is
Instagram direct ads? For this?
No.
No, they're
no.
not targeting you.
I
It's
blocked
because we're
those.
white, Tessa.
Okay.
Oh, is it
Good
white
point.
nonsense?
Yeah,
All right,
it
well,
is
I'm out.
white
I'm out.
It is
then.
white nonsense.
No,
It is
thanks.
rich
It is
white
white
nonsense.
Is it Succession the musical?
Kind of. I mean, it's going to be even more popular than. Fuck. Come on, depression brain. You're making me fail. You
can
know,
edit it out.
that
Edit
English
it all
show
out.
with Dame Maggie Smith.
Downton Abbey.
Thank you.
Yes, it's like the people who
It's-
made Downton Abbey, right?
It's going to be more
is
popular
it?
than Downton Abbey because, you know, my friend
Not
Dan was
English
saying
people.
the reason people loved. Yeah, well, but the reason people loved Downton Abbey so much is because it was about the haves and the have-nots, and they were all white, and the have-nots didn't have anything, but they were damn grateful for the opportunity to be there. And then the haves had real problems, just like the rest of us. So
Yeah.
because, you know, this is about Americans, and the have-nots are grateful for the opportunity, and the stakes are even lower. Like, you know, oh my God, they didn't come to my open house. Because that's literally what the Gilded Age was. It's going to be an amazing television show. It's going to be huge.
Trying to make Bridgerton for old people.
Bridgerton for boomers.
with Christine Baranski, basically. That's what
Well, yeah. And I
In
mean,
America.
it's going to be amazing. I'm going to watch the whole thing because of the
I'm gonna
cast.
watch it. I'm gonna watch it. Here's the thing about Succession.
All of these words sound boring. Bridgerton, Downton Abbey.
Wait, you haven't
Gilded
watched
Age?
Bridgerton?
Is that what this show is called? Gilded Age?
The Gilded Age.
Yeah.
Ugh, sounds. I mean, it sounds like utter white nonsense.
That's because it is. Except Audra
There's
McDonald.
at least one person
Except
of
Audra
color in this show.
There always is. There always is. Otherwise, there's
One.
a scandal.
There's always
One.
one.
There's always
Listen.
one because then the white showrunner has to come out and be like, "Listen, it's historically accurate" or whatever fucking bullshit they
Bullshit.
jack off with. Ugh.
You're
Yeah,
really
color,
jacking
as
off
we
with
all
that
know,
bullshit.
You're right.
people
People
of
of color didn't exist.
weren't invented until 2000. Yeah, of course, we all know that. Y2K, that was the bug. Y2K
Family
was
Matters?
the-
That was it. Those
Yeah,
were the only
Family
black people
yeah.
in America.
Those were the 5 black people: Carl Winslow,
6.
Steve Urkel, and family. I don't remember the rest of them. Lisa.
And family. So
Oh.
yeah. So the Gilded Age.
Yeah, so the Gilded Age.
You know what
is Bridgerton good?
I like Bridgerton. There's
Yes,
more than
it's
one
problematic,
person of
but
color.
yes.
That's
It's
nice.
essentially historic fantasy, but it's so lovely and like it's handled beautifully, and the costumes alone are.
That's the thing. I was there for like the costumes and for the very handsome main guy
Yes.
and the very handsome like second main guy.
It's basically still white nonsense, but with,
Yeah.
people of color.
But
in
made
roles.
by our old pal, the same lady who made Grey's Anatomy. My brain.
Shonda.
Shonda.
Shonda Rhimes made Bridgerton.
So it's handled beautifully.
Yeah. And there's a
It's-
Black Queen.
Oh,
Yes.
that's right.
It's not that the show itself, it's the source material is slightly problematic, but it's not
Right.
really problematic. It's just there are certain aspects that are kind of strange when handled, but like it's still a great show. Would highly recommend. Lovely.
Nice. All right.
It's fun. It's really fun. And like
You know-
there's and like they hold you off for sex until 14 episodes, and by that time you're really hurting for it, and it's real
That's
good.
the thing. Everybody was like, there's so much sex in Bridgerton. And I was like, I'm
Nuh-uh.
fucking 10 episodes into this bullshit. I haven't seen a goddamn single bit of sex.
Yeah.
And then when it did come, it came with a bang.
That's what she said.
It came hard.
Shit was everywhere. It looked like Scary
was-
Movie in there.
A lot.
Extremely hard and
Everyone
incredibly
was-
close.
It was like Christmas of like last year, wasn't it, that it came out? So everyone was really
Yeah.
horny.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
people were watching it because
Yeah.
they were really horny.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
For sure.
100%.
I just thought about someone. Right. I was gonna say Succession. I know it's white people nonsense. White nonsense. But Brian Cox is like the star.
Brian Cox is great.
And he is in every film because I've been, while I'm here, my dad wants to watch, what he likes to watch, which is things like Troy.
I think that's I was gonna
Braveheart.
say Troy. I think that's the funniest Brian Cox
I can't believe it. You're
pop
like,
up appearance. Why is
like-
he in this movie?
I was like, Brian Cox is playing fucking Agamemnon.
yeah.
Mhm.
Hi, come in, say hello. I looked like shit.
No, you don't.
Cameron and David.
I love your podcast.
Hi. It's happening right now. Thank
It's
you.
happening right now.
We're doing it.
Oh my god! Oh my god. Okay, I
This is
won't
a
disturb you.
recording.
This is
I fell
it.
asleep and then
I'm watching the magic happen.
This is what we look like when we're doing it.
Beautiful.
How do you?
Hi.
How's the? We won't air this. We'll cut this out.
Oh,
but how's
yeah, we're
the
gonna-
gent that you?
Oh,
Did you see him
he
today?
doesn't come in on Thursday, so I didn't see him today.
We thought maybe he would be like, let's go for a drink.
That wouldn't happen to me.
Not yet. Not yet. It hasn't happened.
I love you. Anyways, have fun.
Bye.
love you.
Love you too.
Can't wait to hear this episode.
We're keeping all of that in.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it all in.
Absolutely.
It's all running.
I-
That was live streamed.
I
That was
love-
live streamed.
I love the Flannery one by one appearance. It feels like
Yeah,
a
just
holiday
wait. They're
special.
gonna wheel Dad in here next. Sean's gonna pay a little visit. He's gonna bust through the door.
That's an old timey wheelchair.
And I was like,
Okay, good.
I thought that's an old timey wheelchair.
Thank you. Thank you.
Today I was here by myself, and I the thing is, you just never want to be by yourself with Dad, not for any bad reason, but just because like if he has to go to the bathroom,
Yeah.
the getting from the wheelchair to the sit to stand lift to the toilet chair is difficult and requires
Yeah.
at least two people. And so Mara was like, okay, I'm gonna go to work, but Mom's gonna be home in like 10 minutes, so it's perfect. I was like, okay, cool. Dad never has to get up when he's like in the middle of the day watching. At that point we were watching Braveheart. Troy. We were still on
Oh.
Troy. No, Braveheart.
Okay.
We had moved on to Braveheart.
Wow. Throwback.
And he's like, Mom. I was like, Dad, it's me by myself. Are you serious right now? You gotta sit on the potty chair. He was like, Mom. We had to do it. We had to do it. But I'm so strong and smart. I was able to do it, make it happen.
Hell yeah.
Of course
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
Circling back, what's everyone's thoughts on Braveheart?
I'll let you
No.
go first.
No.
No.
White
I'll
people
go.
nonsense? White nonsense?
White
It's
white
a little
nonsense.
it's a little white nonsense, but it's also it's the era of like 90s nonsense. Like
Mhm.
Braveheart, I feel like is like was Braveheart thrown together on a weekend? Like like what is happening? Like the accent work is all over the place, like sets, like people are wearing like half costumes. I think Mel Gibson's in sweatpants. Like I think it's utter nonsense. I don't know why people, if you like it, that's fine, but I don't know why people are like it's one of the best movies ever. I've come from this era of people who are like Braveheart, Top Gun, Forrest Gump are like 3 of the top movies
Oh.
of all time, and it's like no, none of
Oh,
them.
that's so funny.
Absolutely not.
I mean,
Not
Forrest
a one
Gump
of
is
those.
fun, but I wouldn't say it's
Forrest
one
Gump
of the
is
greatest.
fine. I'm not saying they're bad movies. I'm saying like top 3, like or
That's-
like in the
yeah.
top 10. No, come on.
Yeah.
They obviously
Insane.
still listen to Vertical Horizon exclusively.
Okay, fine. That's fine.
I mean, I still listen to Vertical Horizon on a regular basis, but like I also have the top 2022 remix downloads, you know? Because I'm in. Like
Yeah.
sure.
I refuse
Sure,
to
sure,
be one
sure.
of those people.
Absolutely.
And to my own benefit, because some of the things are bops, I'm telling y'all. I'm really excited.
understand.
I love
believe
where
it.
music's going. It's amazing. Anywho,
I understand.
when I first watched Braveheart, I was far too young. I was like 11.
Oh, that's a
And
gory, fucked up movie to watch.
It
when
really
you're 11.
was. But like I remember feeling things that I had never felt before. Probably queerness. But
Arousal.
Oh my
Arousal.
God, Braveheart was
Arousal.
your queer awakening.
No, it
Oh.
was no Braveheart wasn't my queer awakening. But I
What
remember
a
feeling
bloody,
things like-
violent, gory awakening.
I remember it actually did awaken my love of history.
Mm.
Because I, you know,
History boner.
I had total history boner. I had so many teachers who were not good at history. It was lots of, memorize these dates, this thing happened.
Yeah.
And I was just like, who fucking cares? This is garbage. And I love history. It's one of my passions. It makes me who I am. And so I am grateful to it for that. But it's historically a garbage movie.
Nobody had time to do research on that weekend.
No,
They filmed
I
it.
mean, I did love, oh shoot, what's her name? I did love the queer representation. I didn't love that he got thrown out a window, but I did love
Yeah, it's terrible.
that. And I did love the twist that, that he was the dad. That was great. That was a great twist.
Yeah.
Even if the movie's shit, that's a great twist.
And even if that's like
spoilers for Braveheart.
impossible,
Spoilers.
never happened.
No, couldn't have happened, but still lovely.
Yeah,
And then like
He is
when
quite
his
a figure
guts-
historically.
He is.
William Wallace.
he is. Yeah,
and
Billy
Robert the
Walls.
Bruce.
Mhm.
Like,
Robert the Bruce. This is the thing. Like when my parents came to visit Scotland, they had seen Braveheart, so they were like, "There's like a statue of Robert the Bruce," and they were like, "This fucking guy, he's the reason."
no,
Mel
No.
Gibson They're like, "Yeah, this guy fucked over William Wallace." They're like, "Guys, we gotta calm
gotta
down.
go.
Guys,
we
you
are
are being you are
we
being
gotta
those
calm down.
Americans right
we
now.
can't stay.
Please,
We can't stay.
please stop.
We're gonna have to go to England.
Oh God.
All right. Well, I
Yeah.
guess we have to go live with the oppressors now.
No, it's a shame, but
Did you-
but this
have
was
you-
actually my first time watching most of it the whole way through, and I
And-
was like prepared to be like, obviously this is ridiculous, but then some of the stuff is very moving, and then also some of the stuff is so frustrating, like female characters that exist just to die to like promote the male characters like
Yeah.
storyline.
I
It's a
couldn't
lot of
tell
like
you a
people
single
dying just
female
to-
actor in that movie.
I
What's her
can.
face?
Sophie Marceau.
I was gonna say
Boom.
Sophie Marceau.
Sophie Marceau's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
we looked
Wow.
her up because my dad was arguing with my mom about whether or not she was in a James Bond movie. I was like, I think she's in a James Bond movie.
World is not enough.
Mm.
She sure is.
She is.
And my mom was like, isn't she the one with the boyfriend who's got the thing? And we were like, what are you trying to say, Pamela? Dad's
the
just
ear?
like, "Mom,
She's
no, no,
right.
no."
Yeah.
Mom,
He's
mom,
got
mom,
the
mom,
ear?
mom, mom. Yeah, exactly. That's what my mom literally said. She was like, the guy with the ear.
and the fucked up face.
Oh,
Yes. So anyway, Dad didn't believe her, so we had to look her up.
But yeah, no,
Sophie Marceau.
she was great. I mean, she
She's great.
gave a remarkable performance with actual shit.
She's the only listed woman on IMDb.
Yep.
So.
Oh no, there's another like main ass woman, but I guess maybe she just didn't do more.
Oh, well, I have to go into other.
That's so
Gerda
sad.
Stevenson is Mother
She was
Mother
great.
McClana.
Mother McClana. No.
Who is that? I don't know.
Oh,
who that
that's
is.
the mom of the girl he
Oh.
like loves and marries.
Oh yeah, Sean McGinley is McClana.
Well, and then
Oh
there's
yeah,
Gerda
Sean
Stevenson.
McGinley's great.
then there's the girl
But
that
I-
gets her throat slit.
Yeah, so fucking fucked. Anyways,
Yep.
it just
Oh.
those parts made me really, really mad. And like, yeah, a lot of like in the battle scenes. Oh, there's like a moment where like blood splatters on the camera, and you're like, this is unnecessary.
What'd you think of Troy?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that is a
fucking
film that
I fucking love Troy.
I scream at that movie from start to end. I'm like, Achilles is gay. Patroclus is his lover. I'm like shouting from the moment it's
Yeah.
on.
All
It makes
these
me
people
mad.
are gay.
All these people are queer.
Every one of them are gay for each other. Yeah, it's a lot of like, this is not Helen's fault. You know?
None of this is her
There's a
fault.
lot
Yeah.
of that in the movie.
Give him his son back.
But yeah, it is a lot of that. I was like literally like, that's not cool. But this is like the fun thing about coming home and watching these like dumb movies is that I feel free to talk to them and be like,
Yeah.
this, I don't care what happened to Achilles. This is not, he did not know it was Patroclus. And so if you think you can drag Hector's body around in front of the Trojans, like, oh no.
Yeah.
Second.
Yeah, give Peter O'Toole his son back. He's so
Yeah.
sad.
He is
Oh, and
so
then
sad.
he goes and he's like, he kisses Achilles' hands. That's a really moving scene. And you're like, oh, that's Peter O'Toole. Okay, thank God. That's what my
Yeah.
dad was probably trying to tell me because he's like, mom. Because I was like, I can't believe that Charlton Heston did this. It's Peter O'Toole. My
It's
mom
Peter
would kill
O'Toole.
me. My mom would kill me if she found out, so don't tell her.
I won't tell.
He's a big Peter O'Toole fan.
The thing that I remember most from that movie, and I haven't seen it in a long time, but the thing I remember most is it was the first time in history we got to see Orlando Bloom's large, attractive nipples.
Oh my God. He didn't show us nips at any point before that.
No, he was an elf.
Not in Pirates
They
or
button
in Lord
up.
of the Rings.
Yeah.
Wow. Wild. Wild.
The elves are very
don't have
conservative.
They,
Yeah. The elves are. Yeah,
they
there's
dress
a whole
conservatively. They don't.
there's a
They
whole
aren't.
Tolkien Silmarillion appendix about like the elves don't have nipples. They're not technically mammals, so they wouldn't have those.
Yeah, no. They grow up eating fruit,
Yeah. Sun-dried fruit.
sun-dried,
Look around Lothlorien.
gifted from the trees.
OSHA nightmare.
Yeah. Ocean nightmare.
It is. There's no safety rails anywhere.
Lothlorien, ocean nightmare.
OSHA nightmare. It's built into a cliff and there's no safety rails.
Can we please do that sketch?
I don't know what that sketch would be. What is
It's
the
the
no,
OSHA
it's-
folks turning up to
It's
be
the
like,
three of
to
us being
assess.
like, what?
We received a complaint.
What the actual heck is happening here?
We're gonna
Before-
we're gonna have to call in the big guns.
before Bilbo left? Like it would be the hobbits that call OSHA. Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, the hobbits called
Yeah.
OSHA, but OSHA's like, we can't tell you who called us. That's
Yeah.
we're not allowed to tell.
It was
And
anonymous.
the elves are like, we know.
Yeah. Galadriel does her like thing, like turns into a demon.
I
Not dark, but beautiful and terrible as the dawn. Do you not know I'm coming across the sea soon? We are going to the same place, you fucking moron.
Incredible.
I'll have to see if I can edit that sound in.
Oh
please do, yeah.
wow!
Do a voice mod.
Yes.
Or don't.
Don't. I'm so good. I don't need it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, Troy.
I
Right.
It's just-
love Troy.
I didn't realize it was Rose Byrne. was in that movie
Yeah,
until
that's right.
this watching that I was like, is this Rose Byrne? And is
young
she
Rose Byrne.
Cressida or is she Cassandra?
I think Cressida, but I don't know. I don't know for sure.
Okay, because they were like, she's a priestess, and then Agamemnon's like, I'm gonna take you home, and like I think they were like, we could tell them that in the future when he does take her home, she gets killed, but instead they were like, we'll just have her kill him now.
Right. right.
So,
Agamemnon's Brian Cox.
yeah, and
Who's
then
Menelaus? Who's the brother?
Brian Cox is also, sorry, I'm just real quick. Oh,
no, yeah, go.
Menelaus is Brendan Gleeson, who is also the two of them are also in Braveheart. The two are also in Braveheart because
as well.
He plays like Hamish, the like best bud in Braveheart, and Brian Cox plays like young Mel Gibson's uncle.
That's
and I was like, what the fuck is Brian Cox doing here? And then I was like, is that fucking Brendan Gleeson? It's just me shouting, is that Brian Cox? Is that Brendan Gleeson all weekend so far? It's not even a weekend.
Because Brendan Gleeson is in Lake Placid.
Yep.
Shut up. Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to watch that movie. That's
You do.
so funny. Oh my goodness.
Brendan Gleeson has one of the best lines in. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's not Lake Placid. He's not in Lake Placid. He's in oh fuck, it's the other one. It's the other terrible movie.
Holes?
Deep Blue Sea. He's in Deep Blue Sea. He's in Deep Blue Sea. But he says I know, I'm gonna look it up. Because I think he's also in Lake Placid.
I'll cut this
I
out.
don't remember now. Cut it all out. Cut this all out. Pretend I was right the first
We're keeping
time,
it
please.
all.
He is in Lake Placid. He is in Lake Placid.
Is he also in Deep Blue Sea?
He might be. I'll have to look that up. But I know he's in Lake Placid. He says to somebody in Lake Placid, we forgot to pack the feminine napkins, which is just the craziest line I've ever
What in the
heard.
hell?
I know, it's the best.
Golly.
No, he's not in Deep Blue Sea.
Okay.
But he is in
Well,
Braveheart.
we'll
Yeah,
watch that.
Hamish.
Yeah,
Ugh,
and so
incredible.
many other things. I mean, my God.
So many other things.
What a career.
Troy.
Menelaus. Yeah. And then you're like, basically the whole movie, you're like, fuck Orlando Bloom. Also, I've been noticing myself being a lot more like, oh, like having an attitude.
Yeah.
Because my little sister, who you just saw,
Mara.
has unfortunately got me hooked on the challenge. The MTV reality competition, the challenge.
Incredible.
And so now I'm walking around saying, absolutely, like literally the day I got here, I was like,
just whatever's on your mind.
just like feeling normal, like a normal person. And it was like I was like, what's this show? And then like literally 36 hours later, I was like, they are going to upend the UK alliance with this move. And if somebody ends up in the tribunal because of it, it's on them. It's on them and the fact that they have a vendetta with bananas. Like,
oh my
that's
God.
the words I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, so I've gotten a lot, really.
Are you watching just the current challenge, or is it available? Are you watching like old? Like, are you watching Road Rules?
We watched old.
You're watching
the challenge.
You're watching like Road Rules.
I think we watched we watched season, oh God, what are we on, like 37 now? We watched like season like 19.
Wow.
I don't know. We watched one that was like 100%. They went to wherever they filmed Mad Max Fury Road and took whatever bullshit old cars that they had left over.
Yeah.
And they just were like, whatever props you have, we'll take them. And then all the challenges were like called like you went down to the killing floor and everything was like sand and everything was running in the dunes and everything was like they were like on two rusty Mack trucks that were racing and you would swing from one to the other. It was all that kind of stuff.
That's fantastic.
It was pretty fun.
That feels like what I want to watch that for.
It's mindless. It's totally mindless.
Yeah, I want to watch it.
That
for
is such
People
a nice
have fights over pasta. It's perfect viewing for when you want to just get like riled up and have your heart beat a little faster, but no investment at all whatsoever. But then the problem is you could invest it, and then you're like, I really like bananas. And then
Yeah.
like,
And then you're yelling
CT?
irrational, crazy things that you wouldn't yell otherwise.
Yeah, then my friend's telling me her roommates like moved her butter, and I'm like, you think you need to have a conversation with us? No, you walk in and you tell them, don't move my butter, and then you just turn around and walk out. You just walk out.
That reminds me actually, Tessa, you said earlier that one of the best things about being home is that you get to yell at these movies.
Yeah.
And like, why didn't you feel like that was an option before? Are you like,
Oh,
or do you
Are you pretentious?
Keenan's listening to this being like, why won't you yell at movies in front of me? It's just because the only reason these movies are on
was
is
it because
my
of the
dad.
challenge? Has the challenge enabled you to?
Okay, one, the challenge. Two, I didn't I'm joking. These are not the kind of movies that are ever on a TV screen in front of me unless they're on because of Sean
Got it.
being
Understood.
like, ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Pointing at
Okay.
Troy, and we're like, we watched Troy again, Dad? And he's like,
Right.
yeah.
That's, to be fair, that's
crying. He's like crying when Peter O'Toole is kissing Achilles' hands. He's like, he's crying. He's like,
I mean, it is a good scene though.
It is a
it's
good
a
scene.
good
fucking scene.
And I like it a lot more now that I know that that's Peter O'Toole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. To be fair, the reason you're watching all these movies is the reason I consumed most of like American Westerns, because
Yes.
Dad always got the remote. So
That's the thing. Yeah. I've seen almost every John Wayne movie and a butt ton of Clint Eastwood ones. And it's, Dad had the remote. When he would go to sleep early, that's when I got to watch things like Local Hero with my mom.
talk about white people nonsense. Yeah, that's when I watched Designing Women and The Nanny, and was my true self.
Now listen, The Nanny is
Remarkable.
Is good white nonsense.
Thank you.
That's very good white nonsense.
It's remarkable. It holds up so well. There are a couple, I mean, like, still very forward for early 90s. There are a couple jokes where it's like, ooh, but for the most part, remarkable. And the fashion, c'est magnifique.
Yeah. And she's great. She's a incredible comic.
She is. Well, and like, I love her. She's one of my career inspirers, because they were like, no, you're never gonna get cast.
What?
They told her that all the time. And she's like, fine, I'll make my own show.
Did she really write The Nanny?
I mean, she created it, yeah.
That is a fucking inspiring as hell.
And she was the executive producer the entire time.
Shut up. Where'd she get her money from?
She found people. I mean,
she
found
pitched
people
the show.
who believed in her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like it's one of those.
Wow.
This might be totally wrong, but I always felt like it was. I feel like that's a character that she did, like on the road or something.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know if she did stand up, but it feels like it. It feels like yeah.
I thought she was like, it felt like she was like a Maria Bamford kind of thing. Like, this is stand up, but it's in character. I'm doing a character show.
Maria Bamford. Nice.
Maria Bamford.
Nice one.
Fucking
nice pull.
So she's the best. She's the best.
She is.
Yeah.
There's a great, this is very deep inside baseball, but the podcast Comedy Bang Bang, is always like, they always have like a real guest, and then one of the comics are playing like a made up person or whatever. And one episode they had James Adomian do Tom Likas, and Tom Likas is his kind of Alex Jones like radio personality, like Joe Rogan, who's like, hey, yeah, women, like like that whole shtick. And the Comedy Bang Bang, like the episode one week was like, it's Maria Bamford and James Adomian, and all of us who are listening to Comedy Bang Bang were like, oh God, is James Adomian gonna do Tom Likas with Maria Bamford? Oh God. And Maria Bamford just decided to be completely charmed by Tom Likas, and it's one of the best things I've ever listened to. So Tom is like James Adomian as Tom Likas is gross, disgusting misogynist. It's like, oh yeah, you like to get up on stage, have the men all oogle you, huh? Yeah, they're all watching you, imagining you in the whatever. And Maria's like, oh my God, I never thought that anybody would think of me that way, but I guess so. Yeah, I do think that. Oh, what a boost to my self-esteem.
Incredible.
She's incredible.
That's good. That's good stuff.
Brilliant. Just for that alone, Maria Bamford's like one of my favorites of all time.
She's remarkable. It's nice to think about because a whole lot of the 90s stuff just doesn't hold out. Circling back to Braveheart, but like, just most of it was kind of garbagey.
Yeah.
Full House is just straight up
except
trash.
for Clueless.
Clueless is the best.
I mean, and like, Drop Dead Gorgeous also. C'est magnifique.
Love Drop Dead Gorgeous.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I've seen Drop Dead Gorgeous. Haven't I?
I hope so.
I think you have. I bet you have, Tessa, and I bet you really enjoyed it.
It's got Kirstie Alley doing a remarkable Kirstie Alley.
Oh. Have I seen it?
You should if you haven't.
I'm looking it up right now.
Catch this in your mouth and I'll get you a present.
I have heard that quote before.
I mean, it's some like Kirstie Alley. It's like
it's
some
just
incredible people.
No,
yeah, it's just the most
amazing.
Also, and it's a mockumentary.
Allison Janney.
Yeah, Allison Janney.
Ellen Barkin.
Your narrator.
Wow.
And Denise Richards.
Wow.
Christmas Jones.
Comedy icon Denise Richards.
She's very funny. I mean, like.
Okay, I have seen bits of this. But I have not seen it. I need to watch it. Okay.
Denise Richards is very funny in one of your favorite movies of all time, David.
She is.
In what movie?
In Love Actually.
In her cameo.
Oh, yeah.
Her little cameo at the end of Love Actually is great. That's the thing too. It's like Denise Richards, along with I think like Tara Reid. They, in general, it's like I don't know. I feel like there's this attitude towards them, but I also, whenever they are performing, I generally really enjoy them. Tara Reid's in Josie the Pussycats, and it's like it's one of the best. It's one of the best performances ever. She's one of my favorite guest stars on Scrubs, and like I don't know. It's just I don't know. I think it's a women thing. It's not a women thing, but it's like that attitude. Yeah, it's a misogyny thing.
Yeah,
the attitude towards women performers that it's like. Like Tara Reid, I don't know, Denise Richards. And Brittany Murphy is also in Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And Clueless, and she's in Clueless. You already know she's incredible.
I do already know.
And we miss her.
do already know.
And one of my favorite gents is in Drop Dead Gorgeous as well. Will Sasso is in it.
Yes.
Will Sasso from Mad TV.
Oh. Mad TV.
Mad TV. Will Sasso's Arnold. He does the Arnold Schwarzenegger
one. Perfect. Okay.
On the Denise Richards Tara Reid train, have either of you ever listened to Phyllis Diller speak about comedy and about like her philosophies on comedy when she's older? Because it's fascinating.
I
do love Phyllis. I do love her.
She's the best. I mean, she's remarkable. She used to actually have a cabin on Flathead Lake where my grandparents had their cabin, and
so you just like sat at her feet and learned about comedy?
No, I wish, but every once in a while, and I never heard it unfortunately, but they say that you could hear her out on the boat going ha ha ha.
I could believe that,
and I just love it so much.
I could believe that. Echoing across the lake in the morning.
Yeah, I love it. It's kind of my dream. But she would talk about how in the beginning, because of misogyny, that women comics couldn't be beautiful because, you can't be beautiful and funny. The men won't be able to handle it. They won't be able to put that together. She's like, and then Lucy proved us wrong there. And then actually Betty White has something saying the same thing, that comics couldn't be beautiful. Women comics couldn't be beautiful. It couldn't be funny. Or you couldn't be pretty, funny, and smart. You had to pick one. And I think that it's still, because these two women are so incredibly beautiful, that there's just still this weird misogynistic cultural bullshit, because they're incredibly funny.
It's fascinating.
And remarkably talented. Both of them.
Mm.
Yeah, anyone, if you have an hour to kill, YouTube Phyllis Diller. She's the best. She was so funny, and like some of it's really depreciating, but like not in a way that you ever feel like she's punching herself down. It's remarkable. Her writing is remarkable, and it got less so as she went on, but it was just fascinating.
I will listen to her on the lake, and I will listen to her talk about comedy.
By the way, did you like my Phyllis Diller impression? That's it. That's all I have.
It's pretty good. It's good. It's enough, as they say.
Yeah. Well. Great. So I have Phyllis Diller's laugh and a really shitty Carol Channing. I'm winning.
Your Carol Channing is anything but shitty.
That's two more than a lot of people have.
It's true.
Yeah.
Cameron. It's true.
I
also have Jimmy Stewart.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
I got Katie, and that's it.
Yeah.
And
it's okay. You can't all be blessed with the incredible chameleonship that I have.
That you have.
Like
it's
every no, I'm just kidding. Absolutely just kidding.
I mean, it's true though.
Nope.
You are definitely the impressionist among us. We're just trying to keep up.
Yeah, gosh, I gave up trying to keep up.
yeah, but here's the
Years
thing.
ago.
You
gave up trying to keep up.
Your Katie is so good that like none of us care.
It's so funny because I didn't have her until like, I don't even know, like after college. Mara was watching a Katharine Hepburn movie because the school was going to do something, like the school was doing Philadelphia Story, and she wanted to watch it to like see what it was about. And yeah, I was just watching and I was like, this lady's voice is hilarious.
That's incredible. That was a college, right? That was not a high school that was doing Philadelphia Story.
No, it was a high school that was doing Philadelphia Story.
Whoa.
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
It was a high school.
Jesus Christos. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Philadelphia Story?
I think that's a lot I think that's ambitious for a high school.
Oh, to hit those timings? They didn't. Don't worry. It was like 3 hours long. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. Don't worry about it. They sucked.
They sucked. It was terrible.
Don't worry. They were shooting for the stars and they never got anywhere.
They landed among the stand-up comedians.
Yeah, no, I don't know what people think that you can hit those kind of. I feel like just don't do just.
I think that's I think
I don't know.
I don't want to.
High school.
I don't know. I feel like it is unnecessarily targeting a person I don't know, but. And I don't want to cast aspersions on it, but I think that's always that's rooted in like an overambitious high school director.
Absolutely.
Like, of course, and they never got to do it. Like they had these like aspirations of like and now we're gonna do it, and it's like, but these are high school, these are children. These are children in like Philadelphia Story or like whatever. It's like these are not things that they are capable of.
Yeah.
It's just it's a lot.
Just,
I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't even do that at college.
You need pros.
Yeah, college I could understand. Yeah, of course. But college I could at least understand as like more of this is a little bit more of an educational thing, you know.
We did Philadelphia Story.
I could imagine it being done as like a more aspirational, like an aspirational thing, as opposed to like where at high school it would be like, no, this is your show, you should be excited. It's like this is the theater you get to do. It's like maybe in 20 years, but don't ask these
but then
babies.
Katie Hepburn she was like what 28 maybe when she made it, but not old anyway.
Yeah,
well,
that's true.
It is funny.
I don't know.
High school.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just an arbitrary thing that I don't feel like a high school should have done Philadelphia Story.
I can't even get my college students to do a decent mid-Atlantic dialect. So like I just,
we did my senior year, we did You Can't Take It With You.
Yeah.
And I'm fairly certain that the play was 4 hours long.
I'm sure.
We had a real cat.
No.
We had a real cat that I got to carry. I got to carry the cat on stage. Beautiful, lovely cat.
Of course.
And then right next we did Wizard of Oz with a real dog. That clip that ran that we got through that.
Yeah.
We got through that. But yeah, when we did You Can't Take It With You, it was like, oh my God, it took 4 hours for somebody to just walk on the stage. Like we couldn't do a goddamn thing. And that's a lot of like timing, slapstick, things falling, something explodes downstairs while something falls down the stairs upstairs.
A lot of orchestration to that.
Yes.
Oh my God.
And it
Not
takes
for
a
high
lot
school.
We did You Can't Take It With You my sophomore year in high
Did
school.
you? Who'd you play?
I played Grandpa.
That's a role you want to have though.
Yeah. You get to sit.
You get to sit, you get to say all the quips, and then you get to have the heartfelt like last monologue.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I did. And then it was great. I think the biggest screw up was like there was one time where like 3 different people were supposed to enter, like one's out one after the other, and nobody entered. Everybody forgot their entrance.
Oh,
and so it was
like
me and I think Penny, the daughter.
Vamping.
The typewriter.
I played Penny.
You played Penny?
Yeah.
Of course you did. I love that. I love that for both of you. In fact, we should revive that show right now.
We should.
Here we go. Lights up.
Penny is typing in the typewriter.
I have it over here.
I would type real. They gave me real paper and there was a real ink ribbon on there, so I was just typing real shit. Should have typed my lines.
You should.
The hacks we could have done.
I know.
We could have done so many hacks. But yeah, I think we must have had a similar entrance miss, because I know me and the grandpa had to vamp for a long time.
Yep. It's incredible.
I've never gotten to do that show, sadly.
Oh, now we can.
Now we can. What would you like to play?
Who would you cast me as?
I could see you as Paul. I could see you as the dad.
Great.
Makes fireworks in the basement.
Love that journey.
Yeah.
But I would also really love he's not in it as much, but he's great. I would like to see your Kalenkov, the ballet instructor.
Yeah.
Essie's ballet
God.
Instructor. That could be fun.
Yes.
Who else do we get to do this show with us?
Well, couldn't he even double? Because like you barely see the dad. He's in the basement a lot. Oh, we could double you for something. You're gonna play 5 roles.
I think.
Okay, great.
I think there would be some not rewriting, but like we'd have to block it a certain way, because I think at some point the family's on stage together.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's doable.
We'll just have a
What if the
cardboard
3 of us
cutout.
did it? That's what I was.
We do it unabridged, Shakespeare abridged style.
Yeah, we just have like wigs and like little scarves, and we change them, and it'd be like, I'm this character now.
Or 39 steps. We do it 39 steps style. We'll
Yes.
just the 3 of us.
My sister's in 39 steps right now. Well, she's rehearsing for it right now.
Nice.
Amazing.
I love that.
Theater.
Theater. I'm sure I've told you this story, speaking of terrible choices in theater. I'm sure I've told you this, but I know the audience hasn't heard it. My Jimmy Stewart impression is not actually Jimmy Stewart.
What? A scandal.
When I
blink
and like this is the truly deliciously ironic part is I went to Casper College when I went to see a friend in not Miracle on 30. God damn it. For fuck's sake.
The Christmas Carol.
No. Jimmy Stewart's Christmas movie.
Oh,
It's a Wonderful
Life.
Oh, for fuck's sake, brain. Anyway.
I was going like this because I was like, arsenic and old lace.
I went to see a friend.
Rumors?
She was the lead in that show. It was also 3 hours. But there was obviously favorites, and my friend was telling us about the favorites. And turns out like this just occurred to me now, but the people who made these choices are my colleagues, like right now. So
oh shit.
Anyway,
another scandal.
The person who was playing Jimmy Stewart did a terrible Jimmy Stewart the entire play, and that's actually what my impression is based on. I don't know. I don't know, but like that's why my Jimmy Stewart's a little bit higher and a little bit weirder, because it's based on his. Because I thought it was so funny that it's just stuck with me.
Because it's an insane, it's an insane person's interpretation of Jimmy
What
Stewart.
A choice! But he was like,
that's a brave choice.
It was, and it was 3 hours long, so it was.
Can you imagine going to like Wizard of Oz and the girl who plays Dorothy like just does a straight up Judy Garland impression
See,
the whole time?
I could be more on board with that.
I went to a show in
I don't think
Glasgow.
anybody should be on board with that. Go ahead, Tessa. Sorry.
I went to
that's a
see
term.
Wizard of Oz in Glasgow. I can't remember why. I think maybe a friend was like, "You were in the Wizard of Oz. You probably want to see the Wizard of Oz." I was like, "No." Yeah. But the girl who played no one listen. The thing about actors from the UK is the ones who can actually do an American accent immediately come here and work.
Yeah.
And everyone who stays in the UK can't do an American accent. This little girl was like,
Sure.
I'm from Kansas. Like it was like all over the world tour.
Incredible.
Kansas.
NTM. NTM. It's everywhere.
NTM are no. There's a tornado coming.
Oh, Toto.
There seems to be a tornado.
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 El tornado.
El tornado.
¿Por qué?
Aquí.
¿Por qué?
¿Por qué?
Yeah.
Pero Toto, he's outside. Pero, that works both ways.
Perro.
It could be pero or
Perro.
pero. Pero Toto. No está aquí. El tornado.
¿Dónde está Toto?
That's the sketch. That's the sketch I want. It's Wizard of Oz. It's the Wizard of Oz translated by Mrs. Robinson's 4th grade class.
and then performed by a troupe of story actors.
Yeah. Like a commedia dell'arte.
Yes. Or
Harlequino
or
plays
Latin soap
the
operas.
scarecrow. Yeah.
Oh.
Because they could pull it off. If there's any group in the world that could pull it off, it's them.
A telenovela.
Yep, telenovela. One of those casts.
Yeah. Plus
Toto.
Rita Moreno. Rita Moreno plays plays the Wicked Witch.
Of course. I mean, here's the thing. She can play whatever the fuck she wants for the rest of her life, and I will be 100% in.
If she was playing
Absolutely.
Dorothy, I'm there.
I'm there. I am absolutely.
Yeah.
Even if she was playing Dorothy doing a Judy Garland impression,
Judy Garland.
I'm still there.
If she was in It's a Wonderful Life and decided to impersonate Jimmy
I'm
Stewart,
I'm there.
I would watch it.
I'm there. But
And
yeah.
I would give her an award.
But yeah, my favorite part was the guy just would randomly go, "Ah!" Which is why I've still kept that. Because
Which is why I now get why that happens.
You were like,
He never does that.
you were like, he never does that ever. And I was like, I know, I'm aware. Wow. That was a little bit.
It's Jimmy Stewart falling downstairs.
Wow.
Well, what do you? Oh.
Who put this stick of butter here? Wow.
Oh, first landing. Whoa. Second landing.
And I could do it. I could do a more nuanced Jimmy Stewart, but it's just not as enjoyable for me.
Yeah. I like kind of nutty prospector Jimmy Stewart that you do.
It's just,
I think it's a funnier distillation of the character.
it is more fun for me.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's like I think that's the thing too about impressions is that like I don't want like a flawless good impression. I want this person's distillation of what they think this character is, you know?
Yep.
I don't want like a flawless Al Pacino. I want like your unhinged, insane Al Pacino.
Yep.
Speaking of movies that were on TV that my dad watched,
What, Devil's Advocate?
Scarface.
Ooh,
Oh, Scarface.
yeah.
I've still never seen it the whole way through, but I mean, they showed a darn a lot on FX or whatever. Like it was blood,
yeah.
blood everywhere.
FX can do that.
I mean,
Can they? Okay.
Mhm.
and like what a performance, but just truly insane.
Yeah, there was a scene in the restaurant with Michelle Pfeiffer where he's like, he's just like, he's like slumped in his chair back like this, and he's like, her womb. He's like talking about how her womb is polluted. He's like, I can't have a kid with her. Her womb is polluted. And Michelle Pfeiffer's like, you can't speak to me like that. And you're like, oh my, what the fuck is this movie?
Yeah.
Crazy.
You can't speak to me like that. You shouldn't speak like that at all.
No. Ever.
Yeah, she throws a drink at him, and so
good.
That's fine. And she
Good.
leaves, she leaves him.
Everyone does the quote of say hello to my little friend. And it's like, they say it like that, but that's not how it's delivered.
No.
Hello to my little friend.
It's like,
I'm
incredible.
reloading. That's how he does
But they're like, I can't even have a kid with her. It's like, whoa, man.
Yeah.
Her
And like,
womb is
yeah.
so polluted.
It's like, well, and like the way that he's
wild.
speaking reminds me a lot of the way that Oscar Hammerstein writes dialogue. Nobody's ever spoken like that ever.
It's wild.
You know, like in Oklahoma, when you read it, the dialect is written in, and it's real bad.
Have you ever seen Devil's Advocate, Tessa?
Yeah.
I have seen bits of it. I know Al Pacino's the bad guy because he's the literal devil, right?
So like, what
spoilers
have you been doing for all of these movies?
It's in the title.
It's in the title. It is in the title. It's not a spoiler.
And like, what have you been doing for all these movies that you've seen bits and pieces?
Well, this is the problem with coming here and living here, because Sean, here's what happens. you get him up out of bed, into his wheelchair, and then we wheel into the living room. This happens like around 11 a.m. or so, and then he eats lunch around noon. So it's usually from 11 until like 3. He's got control of the TV, so it's like whatever is on cable, or if he wants to watch Netflix or like a movie, but a lot of times it's like TV with commercials. So Scarface on TV with commercials takes 5.5 hours. And so, you started at 11, at 3 o'clock, he's like, mom, let's go back to my bed. Then you got to get him back in his bed. And then you put it on and he finishes Scarface in his room, but you're like working and making dinner and stuff. It's just a lot, it's a lot of busy
bits
business.
and pieces.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So I'm catching it as
I was just wondering if this was a lifelong thing where you've only watched parts of movies, or
it has happened. It's you get busy. Movies are on TV, and you can't just sit down and watch them sometimes.
No, that's true.
Most of my movies have either been, my dad was like, we're all going to sit down together and watch this.
Mm-hmm.
A boyfriend was like, I'm going to test your taste. And ensure that you have good movie taste that aligns with me.
Your movie womb.
Something along. Yeah. Something.
You've got to make sure your movie womb's not polluted.
I can't have a kid with her. I can't watch this movie with her.
I can't watch this movie with her.
But you know what? I do that to people I date too. I'll be like, but I make people watch oh no, my brain. Johnny Dangerously. I make people watch Johnny Dangerously. I think I admitted that to Jens.
Yes, you did.
That's how
Johnny
I know
Dangerously is a good one.
I make people watch Pushing Daisies.
Pushing Daisies.
Oh my gosh, that's right. You and Keenan have to talk because Keenan made me watch Pushing Daisies. What a great show. Where's the rest of it?
I know.
We didn't even get a movie. We didn't even get a movie.
But my wife and I watched it together. So I was like,
how would you make a Pushing Daisies movie? You couldn't anyway. We
sure you could.
We need a new series. We need another. I want 3 more seasons.
Same cast.
Same cast.
I don't give a shit.
I'm
that
telling
10
you,
years older.
Pick it up right where we left off.
Yep.
Don't
they all look
even
amazing.
mention.
No, they all look amazing.
They all
Every
look great.
single one.
So just pick it up right where it left off. Yeah, they all look exactly the same because they all still work. So yeah.
No, they should make it however long the gap has been, but never address it.
But you don't understand, David. Have you seen the last episode?
I don't think I have. Maybe I haven't.
David, it's a cliffhanger where like they're on a doorstep about to do a big thing. I'm just saying.
No spoilers.
That's my only thing I'll say. And so you have to pick it up from that moment.
Oh, I see.
And
Okay.
just not
All
mention
right.
the 10 years.
That makes sense. Okay.
And then you have somebody say something funny like, feels like we've been standing here for ages. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
What if we have been standing here for 10 years?
By the time it's done, it will almost be 20. Like by the time they start production, it will almost be 20.
You're right, because it was like 2004 it ended, right? Or 5?
No, it started in 2007 and ended in 2009.
All right.
Okay, everybody calm down.
I remember it distinctly. Thank you. And it is my favorite show of all time. So
That's so sweet. You and Keenan both.
What do I make people watch?
I don't know. What do
What's
you
my
make
like
people
what's
watch?
my like
This
test
is a good question.
test the
What
relationship
is your
or whatever.
test?
I also tend to do this a little bit.
This?
Star Trek.
Oh.
Star Trek. I make them watch Star Trek.
I was like, you do this motion, and if they know it's Star Trek, then they
They do
are
it back.
friends?
Yeah.
Visual jokes on an audio podcast, yeah.
Let's explain the visual joke.
Cameron did the Vulcan salute with both hands on either side of his face, and then he proceeded to have them scissor in a suggestive manner.
And it felt really good.
It was quite pleasing for all parties, except for me. I was a little uncomfortable.
That's fair. I'm sorry.
David, what do you make
No, it's
people
fine.
watch?
I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Do you let them make you watch stuff?
I'm willing to try pretty much anything. So yeah, I'll watch whatever somebody's interested in.
Extreme
you said.
Fisting 4.
Oh, I prefer 3. I prefer
Okay.
3.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I'll try anything once. Sure. That's not true.
Famous last
know.
words.
Yeah, I don't know. It's probably like an anime. It's probably like some
Oh.
Japanese animated thing. It's probably
Yes.
Spirited Away, actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's lovely though. That's
Yeah.
Well, listen.
that's a really good
Don't use
test.
it as a test, but make me watch it because I still haven't seen it.
You've never seen it? Oh,
I'm sorry. I
have
didn't go
you
to the
seen-
right
have you seen-
college.
That's okay. Have you seen any Studio Ghibli? Any Miyazaki films?
Here's the thing, because what happens is you feel like I need to do this, and then like the time passes, and you're like, I still haven't done it, and there's more of them now,
Yeah.
and everyone knows them all, and
Uh-huh.
I know none, and then
This-
so
That's fine.
This sounds
That's
like a
fine. Here-
perfect reason to walk across the park, you two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. That's
first
the
I'm
thing.
gonna walk to New York.
Don't
Done.
walk. Find some other transportation.
I'm gonna
please.
walk right now in this.
Oh,
weather.
don't! There was a
No.
storm coming.
Well, that's what they say.
Well, that storm might push me forward.
It's true.
This is the thing. The thing that I was trying to do in recent years is like, I try my best not to be like, oh my god, why have you never seen this? Like, I don't shame people if they haven't seen something, because I
No,
think
the
that
shame isn't
discourages them
necessary.
from seeing it.
Mm.
And it's like, I instead will be like, that, like, this is a journey we have to look forward to now. Like,
Aw,
you have-
that's
you have-
beautiful.
You have Miyazaki, like, because the thing too is like, on the other side of it, I think it's a Miyazaki film. I think it's Spirited Away that I would love to experience that again for the first time. So
Oh.
so if somebody's like, I've never seen it, I can be like, we're gonna watch it and it's gonna be a great time, and hopefully like it piques your interest. And like, I think Miyazaki films are so, like, they unlock so much imagination and creativity.
Mm.
And there's some fun ones. Like Spirited Away is great. Kiki's Delivery Service. I think you'd like Kiki's Delivery
I've
Service.
heard Kiki's Delivery Service is great. I've heard Howl's Moving Castle.
Howl's
is
Moving Castle,
great.
also great. Howl's Moving Castle, a little bit more, not heavy, but it's a little bit more, it's a little darker. Kiki's Delivery Service, I think, is like on the fluffier
Brightest-
side.
brightest
Yeah,
of
I think
them.
so. I think that one's fun.
Real quick, what is something that you would love to experience for the first time again? David already went.
Shit. What about you?
Shit.
Shit. I would love to experience Return of the King in the theater for the first time. Specifically,
Wow.
when our lovely Billy Boyd started singing "The World
Oh,
Behind."
That was great. Did
He
you?
like wrote that song.
I saw that
So
at
cool.
midnight. I saw. That was
did
a midnight
too.
premiere I saw. Good stuff.
03, baby.
I think I saw the Midnight Premiere too. Let's see. Thing I could experience for the first time again. Oh, dang.
It had a profound impact on me aesthetically, artistically, as well as just who I wanted to be and the artist I wanted to become.
Oh my goodness.
Doesn't have to be a movie, but a song, a piece of music, a story, a book you've read. I don't believe in books.
A dish that you've eaten.
Oh, that's a good one.
I, for instance, would like to experience calamari again for the first time. Because I was not excited about it. And I became very excited about it. Squid. Ew.
This is, well, no, because it's like, I think it probably is a show. Well, it was like my first show that, it's gonna seem so silly, but it's the first show that I saw in New York, like as a New Yorker, was the Apple Family, the third Apple Family play. Yeah. And I think I would want to see the third Apple Family play again for the first time, because I just was like, I didn't know it was like this. I didn't know you could just do like this. I mean, it's just a naturalistic show, but it just was very like, oh man, fuck. Wow.
Yeah. No, I was deeply moved by those two.
Yeah. And then also it would be like, we all met there.
We did. And like, I mean, the Apple Family plays profoundly changed me as an artist as well, because before that I was like, fuck realism. I hate this. I was like, why is the theater embracing realism? That's not what it's good at. What the fuck are we doing? And then I saw those plays and I was like, whoa, okay, foot in mouth.
Honestly, so good.
I know David hates them, but
I'm sorry, David.
No, it's fine. No,
I'm sorry, David.
No, art is subjective. You guys are entitled to your stupid opinions.
And you're entitled to your stupid wrong opinion.
I did think of another one, like of a movie. I would want to see Pan's Labyrinth again.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a good
for the
one.
first time, because I was just like, everything was like, whoa, like I'd never seen a film like that.
Pan's Labyrinth is kind of one of those movies too, before so much was on the internet. So it's like walking into Pan's Labyrinth is like one of the last movie experiences I can remember. I was like, wait, what is happening? Wait, what is this? What is this?
Yeah.
Because I knew nothing about it going into it.
I remember also I was like, this is the greatest film I've ever seen. And I bought my dad a copy for Christmas on DVD. And he was like, oh, there's subtitles? legit. I was like,
very, very
you're gonna let that stop you? I was like,
yeah,
this
very
is a great film. Like, you're gonna love this. I don't think you made it very far.
That's in my top. I think that's in my top 10 for sure.
Yeah,
Pan's
Labyrinth. For sure.
100%.
Yeah.
And as a pansexual, it's basically autobiographical.
It's like
it's your labyrinth.
It's my labyrinth. Damn it.
Your specific story. You're right. It's your story. I'm Omni. When they make Omni Labyrinth, I'll be happy.
They did. It's called David Bowie's Labyrinth.
Yes. True.
Good point.
It's true.
It's not bad.
And speaking of David Bowie's Labyrinth.
What? He's here today.
I wish. But no, let's do some FMK. I actually am submitting bisexual authors, but
for the approval of the Midnight Society,
for the approval of this podcast. However, we should definitely include David Bowie's Labyrinth. So for our first round, I am submitting Virginia Woolf, Walt Whitman, and Oscar Wilde.
Ooh.
Fuck, marry, kill.
Wow.
I know, it's hard, right? All bicons in their own right.
Yeah, dang.
I think I'd have to marry Oscar Wilde.
Ditto.
Because I can't imagine marrying one of the other two.
You don't want to marry Virginia Woolf?
I don't think so. I don't think
Yeah.
so. I think I fuck Virginia Woolf. I think I kill Walt Whitman.
Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I'm
That's
with
how you're the same? Okay.
100%.
I actually think I'm the same too.
I
I love you,
can have
Walt,
a
but I
fun night
just
with Virginia Woolf. Virginia Woolf is good for a fun night.
Yeah.
here's the thing. I would marry Walt Whitman if I could have access to his canon. Like, because I
Yeah.
love Walt Whitman. He's one of my favorite poets. But like, I
Me
also
too.
can't
too.
imagine
Nice thing
being
for
around.
America.
I can't imagine being around that mind 24/7.
Yeah.
It's just a
I
lot.
think that's also how I feel about Virginia Woolf. I
Yeah.
like Virginia
That's
Woolf.
why
I mean, she's
but
I could
remarkable.
hang with.
Yeah,
I
we
could
can hang
hang
with
with
both of
Mr.
them. So let's
Wilde.
just fuck, marry, hang. Let's do that. So we're hanging with Walt Whitman, not hanging Walt Whitman.
No, I'll kill. No, I'm gonna kill Walt Whitman.
No, he's dead. He's dead.
He's straight up dead.
Straight up dead.
He's gay up dead.
I think that's our first T-shirt for this episode.
Okay. I'm trying to think of a trio.
Also, apparently, Sir Alec Guinness was bi.
What? Incredible.
Uh-huh. Yep. But also loathed himself for it, sadly.
Oh, that's too bad.
He took Ian
That's
McKellen
such a
out to lunch
shame.
and said, "You shouldn't get involved in politics."
That means all the characters I played are also gay.
Which means Obi-Wan is gay.
Oh, Obi-Wan? Oh, bye-Wan.
Oh,
Bye-Wan. Okay. Well, I think I sort of
You have
have,
yours.
right?
Tessa, you have yours? Good.
I think so. So
Do
we're
it.
going out on a limb a little bit. So I chose 16th century writers
Oh.
who are allegedly bi. Because
Oh, okay.
Will Shakespeare defo bi.
Billy Shakes?
Definitely
Shakes.
bi.
Billy Shakes.
I think Kit Marlowe probably bi, right?
Probably.
Rupert Everett in the movie.
Defo.
Defo.
It's not
bi.
fully gay, defo bi.
Yeah.
And then remember how Queen Elizabeth wrote like some poems and stuff?
Mhm.
And then I was thinking like bi, right?
Mhm.
Like Queen Elizabeth's probably bi, right?
Sure. Yeah, probably.
Okay, so we've got
She never
Shakespeare,
married.
Marlowe, and
Queen Elizabeth. Wow.
I'm sorry.
No, I
It's
love
just
it.
where my
I mean,
brain went. I want to see that TV show too.
yeah, me too. Bicons of the 16th century. Of the 15th century. Damn it. Fuck. Bicons of a time gone by. There we go. Punny.
I think I marry Billy Shakes. Because then I get his second best bed.
Do you call him? I was gonna say, do you call him Shakespeare?
Yeah, I do, to his face. I don't think you wrote those, hon. I don't think you wrote those plays. I think it's a collective of dukes who want to be a secret. I think it's Edward de Vere wrote those.
Have I told you about my favorite play of all time, real quick? Good night, Desdemona. Good morning, Juliet.
You have told us about it.
Or
you've told me about it.
It is a not very well known play, unfortunately, but it's remarkable. This grad student named Constance in Canada is writing her thesis on the fact that Othello and Romeo and Juliet were comedies that were stolen, and Shakespeare removed the fool and therefore made them tragedies. But she finds out she's been in grad school for 8 years and she loses her job and can't afford anything, and so ends up going completely into a state and goes through a trash can and actually travels back and acts as the fool in both Romeo and Juliet and Othello, and it's so good.
That's fun.
Either you
good.
have told me about this or someone. It's in the zeitgeist that I need to read this play.
But yeah, I was in it. I loved it. It's a remarkable play, and yeah, you should definitely read it and produce it.
I'm gonna
Do
read
it.
Do
I'm
it.
gonna.
I'll marry Billy Shakes. I'll fuck Kit Marlowe. And because I'm not a fan of the monarchy, I'm going to kill Elizabeth.
Okay.
Sorry.
Fair.
Actually, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. she's still the monarchy.
Cameron.
That's really hard. I think I'm also going to marry Billy Shakes,
Okay.
but I think I'm going to fuck Queen Elizabeth
Oh.
and then leave her.
Specifying the leaving part.
But I also love our dear Marlowe. Damn it.
I know it's tough.
Marlowe.
Tessa made a tough one.
I love
did.
Marlowe. God.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to hang him, as in kill him, and not hang with him.
Oh
All right.
man. All right. So I guess for me, I'm gonna turn the tables here. I think I'm gonna fuck Elizabeth because I know she's never gonna marry me.
Right.
But I will fuck her
And
leave her. I'm gonna marry Kitty Marlowe.
Oh, you're gonna kill Billy Shakes?
You're gonna kill our husband?
That's
why do you always
Wow.
kill our husband?
I gotta do it.
It's okay. He didn't really write those plays, so it's fine. Even if you kill Billy Shakes, those plays still get written. So thank goodness. All right. All right. No, that may I see the logic. I get it.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's a hard one.
Yeah.
They're all wrong because they're all right.
Yeah. I feel like the only one that I can think of for my third is an easy kill. I think it's an easy kill. I can't think of another one.
Well, put it out there.
I'm gonna do it. Problematic authors. So it's J.M. Barrie, Lewis Carroll, and Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh wow.
Maybe it's not so easy. I don't know.
No. I'm marrying Poe. I am fucking I'm fucking Barry. And I am killing Lewis. Fuck that guy.
I think I'm gonna marry Barry.
Mary Barry.
Yeah, you are.
Barry.
Put some tequila in this cake.
Fuck Poe, which is gonna be a wild time.
That's wild. That's wild.
And kill
Lewis.
Wait, are we killing Lewis Carroll or C.S. Lewis?
C.S. Lewis.
Lewis Carroll.
Oh, well,
Lewis Carroll.
Lewis Carroll.
Oh.
Kill Lewis Carroll. Yes. Kill. Murder him. Yeah, pedo. Kill that pedo.
Now kill both of the Lewises. Fuck them.
Why C.S. Lewis though? Well, anyway, we'll talk about it.
That was the other one I was going to do. I couldn't think of anybody. I was like Tolkien, Lewis, and someone else. I couldn't think of Ursula Le Guin.
J.K. Rowling, easy kill.
No, I'm not putting her in that same category.
She's an easy kill.
She's an easy kill.
We could have done what's her name? She wrote the Hunger Games.
Suzanne Collins?
Yeah,
Suzanne
Collins.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Suzanne Collins. Yeah. I'd probably do Suzanne Collins. Who wrote Animorphs?
Oh,
because that was the other good one.
Yes.
Impressively good YA novel.
Yes.
Like,
I still have
unexpectedly.
them all. What is their name? I'm looking. Cut this out, Cameron.
K.A. Applegate.
Yeah, K.A. Applegate.
Animorphs. Super crazy.
I loved that.
Man, I would watch the show. I think I read the books too.
I think the show was generally like pretty faithful to the books.
It was really good.
I think the only difference, or one of the only differences, was the transformations because in the books they're incredibly gross.
Yeah,
they're fucking gnarly.
And in the show, it was like they disappeared.
They were just like
the camera and pop up, transformed.
Yeah.
They're just early McGonagall, like cat,
Yep. And poor Tobias got stuck as a hawk.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
Also, there was
Spoilers.
wow.
Spoilers
I
for
just had a
Animorphs.
recovered memory. The
Animorphs
first
spoiler.
book, I just had a recovered memory of a slightly queer-coded scene where the first time that Tobias transforms because he naked.
Mhm.
Wow.
good stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Huh. Should have known.
Hey, you live and you learn.
You live and you learn.
You live and then you learn you're queer.
You live a while here, then you learn you're queer. I saw a wonderful meme, and it said that bisexual women are the secret weapon, the virus of the queer community, because they date straight men, and then straight men are infiltrated and are exposed to feminism and queer culture, and then realize they're not queer, and I mean realize they're not straight, that they're actually queer. And I was like, get it.
Makes sense. Makes
And I
sense
was
to
like,
me.
Tessa, that's you. Take
Makes
them
sense to me.
down. Take down as many as you possibly can.
You rascals.
Oh boy.
Well,
Oh boy.
sign off.
I've been David Armstrong, and let me just tell you, if you
I
I
love it.
I don't know what to do. just enjoy some fan fiction where William Shakespeare didn't write his plays.
Just enjoy fan fiction, period.
Enjoy fan fiction, period. Yeah, of course, absolutely. But also just get like a fun joy out of a whole community that really makes themselves hard for the idea that William Shakespeare didn't write his plays.
Makes themselves hard.
Yeah,
That's what's happening.
yeah. They have such a hard on for the idea that William Shakespeare was not a real person.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
And I've been Tessa Flannery. And, make sure that if you start to take a nap, that you set a timer to wake yourself up. Set a timer, set an alarm, be on it. Don't trust that your arms are going to wake you up by falling off of your body. You know what I mean? Like you cross your arms across your body and you're like, I'll wake up. And then you're just really good at holding your arms across your body. Anyway.
You sleep in a
That's how you nap. That's how you're supposed to
position?
nap in a corpse position, and you'll wake up because your arms will slide. You'll wake up after 20 minutes. That's what they told me on apartment therapy, but they're not doctors.
You're supposed to do the Tom Edison thing. You're supposed to hold a ball bearing.
Wait, for real?
Yeah, he would nap at his desk, like sitting up, and then when his hand would drop the ball bearing, he would wake up because it would like slam on the desk.
Yeah, it would slam. You're gonna drop that ball bearing somewhere, it's gonna hurt.
Well,
That
don't
would
hold
also
it
wake
over
you up.
something that's gonna hurt you.
Don't
Don't
hold it
do
over
that.
your balls, Thomas.
Why would you hold it over your balls? Don't do that.
I don't know. It's Thomas Edison that's doing it, not me.
I mean, maybe Thomas Edison was a sick pervert.
I mean,
No.
amongst other
We
things,
don't.
probably.
Amongst other
yeah.
things,
Probably.
I wouldn't question that for a second. I've been Cameron Faring, and I just want you all to remember, we'll fix it in post.
Rude.
Thank you so much. No, not us. Life.
No, that sign off was directed at me and Tessa.
No, it wasn't. That was
Directly.
everybody. That was this entire fucking existence. Anyway, thank you for listening to Omni Bilateral Panic. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment, especially if you want to hear Katie Hepburn read the comments, and tell your friends. Bye,
Tell your
everybody.
enemies.
Yeah, tell your enemies.
Bye.
You don't need to apologize. It wasn't a big deal.
Oh,
Which is why I was just like, you either are in the middle of something incredibly important or you're sleeping.
yeah. I didn't know you'd be in a sarcophagus, sleeping in corpse position.
That's what they said. They said it'll wake you right up. Or cross your ankles and then they'll fall open and
My
Crossing
ankles
your
never
body.
uncross.
Across your ankles.
cross your ankles, like, and then it'll like within 20 minutes, they'll like boop, pop it down and wake up.
My feet must be too.
But
They
I'm-
lied.
But if I'm fully reclined, I'm not gonna they're not gonna fall. What?
You know what?
I don't
They're
I don't
not
know. I don't know about
toxic.
this. I don't know about this.
I would love to meet a sleep doctor, actually, someone who has spent their entire career studying and specializing in
Studying
sleep.
sleep.
That would be great.
Yeah, I need that.
They'd probably be a snooze at parties.